I am an online reseller as well as a self-proclaimed treasure hunter, but my real passion is in finding a great story. So make sure you subscribe because each week I'm bringing you my coolest finds and telling you their amazing stories. You guys, it was a super weird day. I had an estate sale that I wanted to check out, which actually ended up being really, really cool. But then I ended up in some weird little town that I didn't even know existed. It was just like I was in some weird time portal from like the 1930s. I ended up finding some really amazing stuff there. So I'm gonna show you guys all of the stuff I got today. So the estate sale was really cool. It was 3 floors of just all kinds of crazy antiques and pottery and just weird stuff. And I ended up walking into one of the closets and I found one of my favorite things, which is vintage Hartman luggage. In this case, it's a briefcase. It's pretty cool. Like, it has the Hartman logo here on the front. People really like the all leather Hartman, even though it's like completely destroyed and scratched. Like, it actually doesn't matter what you do to this. You can scratch it, you can stain it. This has like water spots on it. Like, it still looks really, really cool. I paid $30 for this. It's like an old briefcase. I know that seems like a lot, but I literally just sold one of these for $188 like a week ago. So I was excited to find this. Then I was walking through the kitchen and I see this guy. It's from a company called Fellow, and it's a Raven stovetop tea kettle, and it's all brass, but it's brand new and it's in the original box. Like, you can't really go wrong with something like these. In fact, my brother offered to buy this from me. Would you give me $100 for it?
I'd have to see what they go for.
They go for $100.
$20.
They go for $100.
$20.
Then I went out in this little like sunroom area. I'm looking around, they've got like plants, they have things that I'm not interested in. And I look to my left and on the floor, they have this. What it actually is an old hood ornament from a Cadillac. So this used to go on like the hood of a Cadillac. I mean, this seems super over the top to just like have on your car. Like, it's solid metal, it's very cool. They were asking $40 on it, but these go for quite a bit of money. And then it has this like great little stand that it's on, which helps a lot. It's just this woman who's like freaking out because she's on the front of a car. Like, I think we would all be freaking out if we were sitting on the front of a car. She's like trying to hold her shirt on her head and she's holding her hair back, and I don't know if she's loving it or hating it, but she is not exactly having the best day of her life. But then here's where my day gets weird. I read about an antique shop that was closing down, so I decided to kind of like head in this direction and see what this was all about. Literally, it looks like this place has not changed since like 1930. Super weird. I got there and I'm like, where did I just end up? There's antique shops that just line the street, which is kind of amazing for somebody like me. So of course I have to like check out all of these antique shops. And of course, this is then what the rest of my day ended up being. So I went from antique shop to antique shop and I found some amazing things, but I was hungry. So I started at this little diner and I walked into this restaurant. Nothing has changed since like the 30s. You see those movies where like the stranger comes into the Western town and they like go and sit at the bar and everybody's like whispering about it. So that's what I felt like I should do. So I went and I sat at the bar by myself, trying to have like a dramatic moment, and nobody cared, which was like fine. I ordered my pizza. I continued my antique journey, and the next shop that I went into had this insane little clock, which like, honestly, I kind of want this for myself. It's like a airplane propeller clock and it's cool. It's like polished aluminum and it just has like a really great Art Deco look to it. I don't think it's old, but I think it's super cool. Like, it's a good size and it actually has like a really great look to it. And they only wanted $29 for it, and then they were also having some crazy 30% off sale, so like I paid almost nothing for this guy. So the next thing I found was this Adversary video game console, and this is super cool because it's all like in the original box. It has all of the stuff with it. It's in great condition, but they want $70 for this. And when I looked them up, they actually don't go for very much money. For me to pay $70 for this, I just can't do it and make any money, so I'm gonna leave this here. But it's really cool to see something like this from like the 80s or 90s and it's in like perfect condition. The next place I went, I was just walking through this shop and I see this vintage lamp, which is shaped like an airplane with a blue airplane body. Like, this is kind of a cool thing. I ended up getting a couple of things from them, so they were able to cut me a little bit of a deal, but these are really, really cool. Like, the light bulb's in this body, and then you can like turn it on and it's like this blue illuminated airplane. They also had really, really cool cameras. Really cool cameras. They had this vintage Bolex Payard camera, which I've had one of these in the past, but this one also is in really, really good shape. And they only wanted $150 for this. Now, these can go for a lot of money, but one thing that you have to make sure is that they've got the lenses on it, because sometimes if they don't have these lenses, they don't really go for that much. But I was able to pay $150 for this. They also had a Mamiya C220, which they were asking quite a bit of money for this, and that was pretty much market value. So I ended up leaving that there because I couldn't make any money on it, but they made me a great deal because I got this and the Art Deco plane lamp. This is how people used to film things in like the 50s and the 60s when you would be at like a vacation with your children. You'd be like, kids, go jump in the pool, do something cool for the camera. Say hi, where are you from? What's your name? Super excited to find this for only $150. So then here's where it got super weird. I found another shop. I'm just walking down the street, going from store to store. I'm walking through this antique shop and I literally find a weird mask. And if you guys don't look for vintage masks, like, start looking for vintage masks. These things are super collectible. People love these things. But then not only did I find a mask, I also found a prosthetic limb. Like, how cool is it to She looks a little dehydrated. Maybe we can like get her a little bit more excited to be alive. Oh, there we go. Dawn Post Studios makes incredibly collectible masks from all kinds of different movies, and some of these can go for a lot of money. I only paid $30 for it. It has the original tag on it. It's in really, really good condition. It's got like the care instructions. Like, this is a pretty collectible mask. And then sitting right behind it was this. Some of you guys know I cannot resist prosthetic limbs. Anytime I find a prosthetic limb, I buy it. This is a cool one because it's old. It's got like the leather on the top, which is really cool. It's missing the bottom sole. Do I do this or am I gonna get like some weird disease? I can't breathe in here. This is not designed for breathing properly. So make sure that you guys stay tuned because I actually have to draw a name for last week's video for the Waterford glasses. So I'm gonna have a clip for the winner of that video at the end of this video, but I am doing another giveaway for this incredible Polaroid camera in the original box. It's got like the little rainbow. This is a Polaroid One Step 600. You have to leave me a comment in the comment section below. I wanna know, what's the weirdest place you've ever been? Like a weird town or like just a weird place that you had to go and you weren't expecting it to be so strange. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm gonna choose a winner, somebody that leaves a comment, but make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss me calling your name in a future video, because if you miss me calling your name, I can't ship you your prize. Hey guys, so I'm gonna draw a winner for the Waterford glass giveaway that we did in last week's video, and I'm gonna have my wonderful little brother draw a winner. Every time he does this, he's working on a computer. For the Waterford glasses.
Cheryl D.
Cheryl D, congratulations! You have won the Waterford wine glasses. So make sure that you leave a comment in this video so that I can get in touch with you and we can get your address and ship those out to you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day.